everyone, so today we are going to look at my new colors that I ordered from Luminance. So a while ago I tried, I tried 4 pencils, so I'll just pull them out. And then burnt ochre 50%, I think it's this one, yeah. So 4 of these, and I kind of made my mind up about these pencils from swatching these 4 out. At the point when I was trying them out, I already had polychromos, I had Holbeins, and I had Derwent Drawing Pencils, and I think I also tried a few of the Drawing Lightfast Pencils. So those were the 4 pencils I was comparing mine Luminance to, and I didn't really enjoy them that much. A couple of the colors were good, and then a couple of the colors, or in particular there was one which was feeling quite scratchy, and it was this burnt ochre 50%. From that point I went ahead and started sort of researching and reading up on it, and a lot of people would basically say they love Luminance, but some of the pencils you need to be aware of that they are quite grainy, and to me it put me off the entire pencil line, because I didn't want to buy pencils and then out of them have randomly some that feel really grainy, and that's just immediately for me, I can't use that pencil. I just do not like pencils to be like that at all. I like them to be very soft and very... Basically, my favorite pencil at the moment is the Derwent Drawing Pencil. It's just so creamy when you work with it. I believe it's a wax based pencil, and so I realized that that kind of works well for me. These are supposed to be wax as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it was a bit strange to me why some of the colors would be a bit more grainy, but it probably has something to do with the pigments of that specific color. So that was my kind of story. And then I discovered Natasha Newton's YouTube channel, and she was using these pencils. Hey Natasha, if you're watching. And most of the colors looked really creamy when she was swatching them, so I thought that's really interesting. So I started getting curious again, and obviously the connection between the specific color palette as well as those creamy colors kind of made me want to explore them a little bit more. So I kept on watching more swatches and more swatches, and I realized that actually some of the Luminance pencils are very, very similar to the Derwent Drawing Pencils, more than the Lightfast. So then, to me right now, this is like extending the Derwent Drawing Pencil color palette, because it's quite limited. It's only got 24 colors in there, and the colors are beautiful, but they are lacking a lot of these sort of reds and pinks and a couple of other colors that I would include in a portrait color palette. So this is what I've done. I have looked at some of Natasha's recommendations, because I saw how creamy they were when she was swatching them, and I basically put a list together, and then on top of that I think I picked out a few more colors, and I placed an order on Jackson's. At the time when I was placing the order, they were out of stock of a few colors that I was still interested in, and so I went ahead and looked up cold pens and ordered the rest, 9 colors. 9 more pencils are coming basically, and they are also going to be addition to the portrait color palette. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to swatch out these colors for you in a kind of like a color wheel theme, because I know a lot of you are enjoying my color wheels, and I thought I'll kind of keep that sort of thing running through pencils as well as watercolors. So I'll just quickly tell you what the colors are. So the colors that I already had and made my opinion about are burnt ochre 50%, green ochre, golden bismuth yellow, and light malachite green. So if you like turquoisey colors, this is such a beautiful one. But one of my subscribers kindly recommended another one, which I placed an order on. It's a difficult name to pronounce. Let's see. It's called Chrysocolla Blue, and so that's coming as well, and I'm super excited about it. So if you love turquoises, they have a good, I think 4 or 5 kind of turquoisey colors. The new ones that I have ordered are these. So I've got the Crimson Aubergine, Crimson Alizarin Hue, Natural Russet, Terracotta, Apricot, Brown Ochre 50%, Brown Ochre 10%, Burnt Ochre 10%, Herculanum Red, Anthraquinoid Pink, Violet Pink, Burnt Sienna 10%, Sepia 10%, Dark Flesh 40%, Payne's Grey 30%, Payne's Grey 60%. So there were actually new pencils that came out, I'm not sure, I think 2020, so 2020, I think probably last year maybe, there was a new kind of color palette that came out, and specifically they're called the portrait pencil. So you can buy, I don't remember how many pencils there are in that set, 24 or something. And I looked at them, I considered, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to do my own color palette for the portraiture. And the colors that there were included were mostly new, and they looked really beautiful. So from the new colors, I have Natural Russet. Their kind of original color was Russet, which I also ordered on top now. It's still coming. Terracotta is a new color. Herculanum Red is a new color. It's beautiful, this one, very, very unique. And Violet Pink and Dark Flesh 40%. So basically I've got 5 of the new colors. So all of these colors, like I said, most of them I think I picked out from Natasha's swatches, but few of them, I don't remember which ones now, I added to my cart when I was picking them, and all of them are super creamy and beautiful. One that is not is Burnt Sienna 10%, and I think Natasha might have warned me about this one, but when I was placing the order I just forgot about it. And yeah, this one is so scratchy. It's scratchier than the Burnt Ochre 50%, and it's a shame because the color is so pretty. But I've ordered another color now, which kind of is not going to be very similar to that, but it's sort of in between this and that, and I'm hoping if I maybe mix or try to sort of blend them together, maybe I get something like that with those two pencils, but you know, I'll see. So those are my colors, and you know, obviously this is a pretty blush and a lip color, so is Apricot, the rest, and Violet Pink. The rest of them are great for skin, and even the Payne's Grey 60 and 30%, they would be great for some sort of kind of shadowing under the eye, or giving a bit of coolness of that, you know, the look that I like under the eye, to bring that kind of, I don't want to say bruise, but you know, the darkness under the eye. I really like that in the face illustration. So in reality it's not a good look, but in the illustrations it does work quite well in my opinion. So that is what I have here, and what I'm going to do now is just flip to a new page. I'm going to create a color wheel here and swatch the skin and the lip colors and the blush colors and all of that. Yes, it makes a total of 20 pencils, and then the 9 are coming and they're going to fit in perfectly into this mustard jar, because they can go to the corners of the jar and basically open up like a little bouquet, and that works really well for me, so I can see all the colors easily. Then on the side I'm planning to just do thin swatches and title all of them because I won't have space on the color wheel. And then I'm planning something else for this part of the page, which will be a separate video anyway. So let's start. I'm going to put you in a little bit of a speed or fast forward video, and then we'll catch up after I do the circle and things. So for my circle, I'll use my Iris drawing compass. It's been popping up on Instagram quite a lot in the advertising, and I have really looked into it. and it was just a little bit pricey for me. And then my husband gave it to me for Valentine's Day, and it was such a nice surprise because I really liked it, and it's something I looked into. So I've got a video where I'm sharing how I'm using it, so if you want to look at that, I'll try to link it up here for you. So let's see where we start. So it's quite small and it works perfectly for what I'm doing in the sketchbooks because it leaves me enough space to put other things in. And it's always the same size, so I don't need to measure anything. And then if I wanted to create the inner circles or change it to a smaller one, which I wouldn't do, but I would create the smaller inner circles, you just basically move this bit and have this James Bond moment. Okay, then this thing is actually, so if I put it back on where it was, so I think roughly here, then you put the wooden bit here and you just kind of put a point, and that's your middle point. So you don't need to make a hole, which is usually what happens if you use the, you know, the needle and the graphite classic compass. So there you go. And from that moment I'll have to draw in 20 lines and start coloring. See you in a bit.